Are you going through or are you suffering from a spiritual marriage? Are you the type that you notice you have this spirit and you have tried everything you've gone to so many places for settlement, you've done a lot of recipes for that, you tried a lot of things and yet this particular thing keep happening, or you have gone to deliverance, you keep praying and all that, and this spirit refuse to go? If you can only get these items I'm going to list in this video, believe you me, you will experience that no more and you'll be free and free forever. So if you want to know what these items are and how to prepare it and when to use it, please keep watching while I share with you. Good morning to you all, good afternoon and good evening. I'm greeting you all, depend on wherever you're watching me from and exactly when you see this video. If you are new in my channel, thank you for joining. My name is Promise. So in this channel I share about the spiritual tips, how to use natural things for spiritual uses. So if you find it helpful and you want to know more, please do subscribe and don't forget to ring the bell notification, select all, so you will always get notified whenever I upload a new video. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back always. I love you and stay blessed, and I pray that may the good Lord bless and grant your heart desire. So guys, in today's video I want to share an amazing and natural way you can get rid of spiritual husband or spiritual wife. Now, how do you know if you have this spirit? Sometimes a lot of people are suffering from this spirit without knowing that they are in contact with this spirit. I'm going to be sharing briefly with you how to know if you have this spirit, or briefly again, how to contact this particular spirit. So if you want to really learn about this and also finally give you an amazing natural solution on how to get rid of it as well. Now, number one, how do you contact the spirit? Sometimes we contact this spirit when we are small or when somebody is in the womb. Now, let me tell you, as a mother, there is how you can contact, or there is how you can initiate your child when you still have that child in the womb to this spirit. Now, how does that happen? Now, if you are the type that you are a mother and you are the type, whenever you take in or whenever you took in, you always collect something from people. I know normal, naturally is normal. Sometimes of pregnant women, they always want to eat whatever they get from somebody or whatever that anybody cooks. Alright, so this spirit can be inherited, or this spirit can be translated, or this spirit can just affect somebody through different means. So like I said briefly, I'm going to share just few while we continue in other video. Now, you can contact this spirit, or you can get your child involved in this spirit by collecting something from somebody that has this evil spirit. Immediately you eat that particular thing, as a mother, that child in the womb might have been gone in contact or have an encounter with this particular spiritual husband. I know a lot of people might not believe this, but that is simple truth. Okay, now another way you can contact this spirit away is based on where you step your feet on. That is why in most of my video, whether you are an adult or you are a pregnant woman, you are pregnant, please mind where you are going, mind the places you are stepping your feet to. There is some places that when you step your feet as a pregnant woman, maybe you have a beautiful child, you have a child full of destiny. Remember, we're dealing with spirit. This is not physical rain, this is a spiritual rain. And you might not have anything in mind because you are not spiritually alive. There is an evil that it has to do with that particular thing. From that particular place, that child in the womb can be contacted with this spiritual marriage. Alright, now another way you can contact this spiritual husband. Sometimes, mostly when they heard about spiritual marriage, yeah, there is so many ways that this spiritual marriage can come. Remember, we have 4 elements of earth. We have the land, we have the water, we have the fire, and we have the water. Now, you can contact spiritual marriage through these 4 elements. So that is why some people will tell you that I have done work on this spiritual thing. It doesn't work for me. Why? Because before you start doing work, before anybody does that for you, you need to find out where this particular spirit you inherited it from. Whether is it from water, or is it from fire, or is it from air, or is it from land? You understand? So when you're doing it, once you do it, you become free of that. I'm not saying that this method or your prayers cannot get rid of it. I'm just sharing with you. All right. Now, another way you can contact this spirit is by which sometimes our forefathers, all right, maybe they have been looking for a child, maybe they went to a date or they went to some places, some go to the water, some just place an image, some will just get something and they call that thing, they made a covenant with that particular thing. Okay, that maybe they are desperately looking for a child, and they made a covenant with that particular thing, that when you bless me with this child, I'm going to do this particular thing. They will just made a covenant or a promise to that particular thing. Maybe, possibly, and unfortunately, you or anybody might be that child that will come at that moment. All right, so definitely at that moment that child have had in contact with a spirit, so that is as a result of spiritual marriage. All right, now there is so many ways which, if I should be sharing it, is really much. And now there is some places that some people, they will not be doing anything, they will just be hosting parties, they will just be doing a lot of things, like I don't really want to go into it, but in a way like this, you can contact this spirit. So that is why you see some people contacted this spirit when they are small, some contacted it even when they have become an adult. So it's very possible. So how to know if you have in contact with this spirit? Number one, if you start having constant wetting, like you slept at night, you have no partner with you, you wake up in the night and you've been wet like nothing, you discover that something happened, please know it is possibility you have this. I'm not saying this is the only cause that caused this. No, there is other things that cause being wet. Mostly when people slept and have this means they felt is that, yes, 95% is that. Another way, there is another way the enemies are using it to collect somebody's blessing. All right, is manipulated, is a projected. All right, now that is number one. Then another thing again, how to know if something like that is sometimes as a lady, it causes delay in marriage, especially when you have a very jealous spiritual man. It causes delay, or spiritual woman, it causes delay. You discover that any relationship you get into, when you get to marriage stuff, everything will scatter, every arrangement will just go abortive. Please do something. All right, or if you are the type that sometimes when you get married to your wife or to your children, this is applicable both for men and women. I'm not saying that when you get married to a lady now you start saying no. It's also happening to men. Sometimes when you have a spiritual woman, you just, because you are there with him and all that, you start, everything will start moving for you spiritually. Everything will be going up, but immediately you say yes to a physical woman, the spiritual woman might be angry, and from that it starts scattering everything that you are doing. That is applicable to women as well. All right, now finally let me tell you this: as a man, as a woman that is sleeping around, you can contact spiritual marriage through this. Believe you me, it's not a joke. So if you are the type, maybe you feel that you are still young, you are still good, I'm not saying you just have somebody, fine. But if you are the type that everything that is on that is fine for you, you can as well get this particular spirit. A lot of men has down today because as a result of this. So always mind where you are entering. I know that something that always sweet also causes bitterness. So it's better you are okay than after eating you start experiencing negative things. So please mind where, even as a married man that is sleeping around, that is having a lot of side chick girlfriends and all that, this may also cause this, and you'll be pointing at your wife that she's the one that things are not moving. So that is Bible. Let me go straight to the remedy I want to share with you. So if you are going through this spiritual marriage and you want to, by the grace of God and by your belief and your intention and your energy, you will get rid of it. Number one thing you need in doing, please pay attention. Number one thing you need is a cassava leaf. So if you can really get this item, go ahead and try it. You are going to be free from it. So get a cassava leaf, number one. Number two, you need shea butter. That is ori in Yoruba. We Igbo will call it okoma. So if you know what it's called in your own language, please do say on the comment section. Why? I'm going to show you the video in the screen. Now, third item you need is garlic. Garlic is very important. I told you there is so many spirit that does not do with garlic. they don't deal with the scent of garlic. Garlic is highly spiritual, so always have garlic in your home. Now, number 3 item that you will be needing is an alligator pepper. Remember, alligator pepper is a spirit. So if you are on Menses or in your monthly flow, make sure you don't use this item. And alright, so let me just leave what I wanted to say. Now, number 4th item, I've mentioned the cassava leaf, the shea butter, the alligator pepper, the garlic, right? Now, the sea salt, sea salt, okay, and black soap, that natural black African soap. This is what you need. Now, when you get these 6 items that I mentioned, get a mortar. Firstly, put the alligator pepper, 21 pieces of an alligator pepper, pound it into powder. Another thing you need to get is a brekese, that is Idan fruit. Okay, that is the last thing you need. That is 7 items, which I'm going to repeat it by in the next when I want to finish the video. So get all these items, put the alligator pepper, pound it into powder, blend that brekese. I know it's very hard, but blend it into powdered form. Get 3 pieces, blend it. Okay, when you're done blending it, you can use the engine, you can go and give it to people to blend for you. Fine, it has nothing to do with what you are doing. So put it inside a powdered form. Now you are going to also put the garlic, pound everything together. Just mix all these items together. Put any one of them the way you know you can mix it together. Then after that, get a container. I wanted to get white container to show you. So get the white container. Mix all these things together. Okay, so for the sea salt as well, you are taking 21 pieces of sea salt, 21 pieces of alligator pepper, 21 pieces of sea salt, 21 pieces of garlic. All right, 21 pieces of garlic. Then the brekese, 3 pieces of brekese. Okay, now get 21 leaf of cassava leaf, 21 leaf. Okay, now the black soap, you can get it in the market. Go to any local shop, they sell it there. Okay, and the shea butter, just get any quantity you can afford. Pound everything together, put it inside a white bowl, cover it. Get a native sponge. Okay, now you are going to be bathing with this particular soap. Now you are going to be using it exactly when you know you want to sleep. Like after bathing with this particular soap, straight to your bed, straight to wherever you are lying down. You don't talk to anybody again. But if you have a child, go ahead and talk to your baby with a child. Okay, I mean going back to start discussing or starting pressing your phone, no. But once you're done doing your night activities and this is time for you to go and relax, go to your bedroom, get a bucket of water, get a little bit of this mixture inside the native sponge, and you use it to bathe. As you are bathing, remember you always pray whenever you are using all this natural thing. Pray concerning this spirit, and after that, don't clean your body. Allow the water to dry on your body. Then put on your dresses and go back to bed. Okay, and go back to bed. That is all. So keep doing this particular recipe until you stop noticing these particular signs. Let me tell you, sometimes there is some very strong, or there is some very stubborn, or there is some very jealous spiritual partner that even when you are doing this thing, maybe just continue. And I want to tell you, believe you me, if you are the type that you want to get rid of that, I mostly had some people that will come to my WhatsApp like, oh, there's been that recipe for spiritual marriage. I did it for 3 days, it's stuck. I'm not feeling that particular thing again. And all of a sudden, I started feeling it again. It's very, very possible. Whenever you are doing anything that has to do with this spiritual marriage, you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. You need to be serious. You need to be putting more energy. Even when the item that you prepare finish, go and prepare another one. Getting rid of this problem. If you have seen the person that is passing through this, he will tell you that getting rid of this spirit is by the grace of God and using all these things that I just mentioned. So you need, why I'm just saying is that you need to be consistent. Don't come and tell me, let it be, see, I tried for 7 days and it stopped, all of it. When it stopped, keep using it, like keep you, when it stop, you may now start using it once in a while. Maybe use it 3 times in a week or 2 times in a week or once in a week. Don't just leave this, all right, until you notice yourself that there is no sign of that. Then you can now permanently stop it. So why I'm just saying this for you is that you need to be consistent. You need to be serious. This spiritual marriage is not something that you play with, because it causes a lot of negative things. And believe you me, if you are not very serious and determined, it's very, very difficult for you to get rid of it. So this is one of the natural way. Why I mention all these things, like I said on my previous video, this item spiritually, this spiritual thing, they don't align with it. They don't near what this content, because of their spiritual content. So that is why that whenever you keep using it, maybe they are coming and see that something like this happened, they will go back. So when they keep coming and notice that something like that is happening, they might decide to go. And you that did this, you are going to also have a dream. So your dream is a means for you to know exactly what you are doing, how it works, or what you have achieved. Now, sometimes when you're doing all these things, you are going to, at the first time, you are going to experience some negative things. Yes, that is true. You may start experience, maybe if you have a partner, your husband or your wife, all of a sudden, he will start quarreling you, he will start fighting you. Please, when he fights, you go and beg that person. Believe me, this spirit, they can use so many tricks to make you to stop this. Sometimes if you are into business, if you are selling like 50,000 before, you start selling 20,000. Believe you me, this is true. So there is so many ways negative. When you are, what I'm just saying, when you are using all these things and that moment you start noticing this negative thing, don't be discouraged, don't complain, keep doing it. By the time you finish using all these things, you will see your real success. It's like when you are rich and somebody is using somebody's glory, and all the person will just dash you something, be dashing you something, you will be happy, not knowing that that particular thing that you've been dashed is something that you yourself supposed to be the owner, supposed to be the person that's supposed to be giving all these things out. This is how it is. So please be consistent and be prayerful. Always pray to God to use all these natural things to deliver you. They are all natural, created by God. So this is the natural way, and I believe and I wish you success, and I said that it's going to work for you. So try it if you are going through this particular issue, and you come back with your testimony. So I wish you success, and I hope you understand this particular remedy. So try it and see what is going to happen. Please don't forget to like the video, share it to others, subscribe if you have not yet done that, and see you in my next video. Stay blessed wherever you are.